Hi, welcome back to Mama 4 Boys. Today I'm going to winterize our Jayco J-Flight 33 RBTS. It's getting to the end of the season. I need to cover it up, so I've got a good day and I'm going to get to winterizing it. So I'm getting ready to show you where the things are that you need to pay attention to and what the process is. So stay tuned. Hi, welcome back. So I'm going to show you the areas of the 33 RBTS that need to be winterized. Of course, it's all of the water lines. So in our kitchen island, we have a 2-bowl sink. So that faucet will need to be winterized. We have another sink in our bathroom that will need to be winterized. We have a shower in the bathroom, and we have an outdoor shower. And all of those will need to be winterized, as well as your freshwater intake line. You will blow that backwards with antifreeze, and I'll show you how to do that. So you can fill that line with antifreeze as well. And your toilet also. So we've got quite a few areas to winterize. I'll show you where the access points are in this camper because it took me a little while to find them. But stay tuned, we'll be back. Hi, welcome back. So we're going to start with bypassing the hot water heater, which is located in the bathroom underneath the sink vanity. And in there are a couple of access panels. So you'll take those out. Remember which way they go so you don't create more holes in your vanity. So you want to bypass the hot water heater by, here's your intake. Your cold water goes through the hot water heater, out of the hot water heater, and back into the camper. You want to isolate that by turning this valve and the valve at the hot water, which will feed the water through this, up the blue tube, back here without going into the hot water heater. So you want to do that, and then we're going to go outside and drain the hot water heater. We'll be back. All right, I'm back. I've got the hot water heater opened up out here, my control panel, and all you're going to do is you're going to, once you've bypassed the hot water heater, you're going to loosen this plug. I've already loosened it up. I've already actually emptied the water out, but I'm going to show you. It's hard for me to do this because I have this little fella here that wants to do it for me. And so I've emptied the water out, but you'll take the plug out. You'll take your pressure relief valve and open that up like that. That will let all of the water out of your hot water heater. Once it's all drained, you can put your pressure relief down. But I just store my plug right out here. Before I close this up, I'm gonna dry all this out to get any water that has mineral deposits in it off of this part of the camper down here, because I think it'll discolor it. So I'm gonna do that, and now the hot water heater is bypassed, it's emptied out, and we're gonna move on to showing you where the antifreeze is introduced into the camper with the electric water pump. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. In the 33 RBTS, this wall is the bunk wall, but it's also the back wall of the outdoor kitchen. Underneath of the lowest bunk, there's an access panel. You can just see that right there. You can get to your water pump, your electric pump. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take a gallon of antifreeze, and I'm going to set it right down in there. And this hose right here is a feeding system for that. This will go down in my antifreeze. I'll close this line, or open this line up, which will bypass the water coming from the water tank. That's the water holding tank. This will make it pull from this hose, which will suck antifreeze right into the system and pump it right through all the lines. So we're going to get this set up, and we'll be back. Okay, I've got my first gallon of antifreeze in there. I anticipate it might take, I usually use 2 or 3 gallons. I want the lines really full with antifreeze. I don't just want a little bit in there. I want them full. So now I've got the feed will come from the gallon of antifreeze into the pump, through the system now. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the electric water pump. We'll be back. All right, the pump is on. It's now filled the fill tube with antifreeze out of the gallon jug, and when I go open any faucet in the camper now, it's going to fill it with antifreeze instead of water. So let's go do the kitchen sink first. All right, So now I've got my antifreeze in my pump. I'm going to open this line up, and it's right now pumping the water out of the line that was in the line, and it's on the hot side, so it's going to, when it fills that line, this will turn pink. So right now it's replacing that water with antifreeze, and here momentarily, it's got a little ways to go before it reaches here. So, because it goes through the hot water. This thing thinks it's going through the hot water heater. So there's your air. And here's the pink. So the hot water's done. In here. I'm going to turn it over to cold. Cold water is still, here comes the cold now. Okay, so the cold is filled with antifreeze. The hot is full of antifreeze. Okay, I like to run a little bit of antifreeze down on both sides of the sink so that the traps stay filled with antifreeze. Okay, over the winter. Okay, now let's see how much we have left out of this first gallon. That first gallon's gone. So it takes a little bit to get to my sinks because this is a very long camper. It's got a lot of water lines in it. So we'll be back ready to get another gallon. Alright, we've got our second gallon of antifreeze in. Now we're going to purge the bathroom cold water line. Here comes the antifreeze. Okay, that line is filled. Purge the hot water bathroom line. Here comes the antifreeze. Okay. Now we're going to purge the shower. We'll get it ready. All right, Isaac has decided to purge the toilet for us. Do it again, baby. One more time, purge it again. Good job. Okay, stop. Good boy. Good job. Now we're going to do the shower. All right, I'm now going to purge the cold water for the shower. Here comes the antifreeze. Going to purge the hot water for the shower. Here comes the antifreeze. Okay. Isaac's trying to put potato chips in the shower. Okay. So now I'm going to clean this up, and then we'll go outside and purge the other lines. Alright, I'm back. I went and got another gallon of antifreeze. I bought 4, and I'm going to make sure that I use 4. I mean, you can't have too much in there, and if I bought 4, I'm going to use them. It just makes me sleep better at night in the wintertime knowing that nothing's going to freeze. So, having said that, I'm done with the kitchen sink. I've wiped it out, and then I've just tucked a couple of paper towels in the drain for anything that might drip or anything that there might be that can absorb that moisture, and I'll leave it that way for the wintertime. I'm going to go clean up the shower and the bathroom sink, and I'll show you what I do in there, how I leave it for the winter. Okay, for the bathroom sink, I'm just going to take the paper towels. I'm going to wipe this out nice and clean. So I've got it all the antifreeze that's laying in there out. So I'm just going to take it, I'm just going to tuck this down in here a little bit, like that, where any moisture could get caught and absorbed into my paper towel for the winter time. And next I'll be on to show you what I do with the shower. Okay, I've got the antifreeze cleaned up out of the shower. I've got it dried up, and I've removed the shower hose and the shower head from here. I'm going to take that inside, put it in a baggie, and hang it in the closet for the winter. Or I'll put it in the cabinet where I put my battery for the winter. But I don't want that to hang in here. I had one. Even though I winterized it, I left it in our last camper, and the next year I came out and it was cracked in half. So I just better choose not to do that. So, okay, the toilet is all winterized. I'll probably leave that antifreeze in there a little bit. I might, once I shut the water off, I'll drain that out of there. Once I shut the pump off, and just have a little bit of antifreeze in there, not a lot. But I'm going to have, I might put a gallon down in that tank for the winter, along with one of those pellets that helps keep everything fresh. So I'll be back. Okay, time to purge the cold water of the outdoor kitchen. There's the antifreeze. Let's purge the hot water. Now that has to go all the way down by the hot water tank. We'll come back. And here it is. Okay. So we're going to clean this up and put a little bit of paper towel down in the sink here. I have a plug for that. I don't ever use it, but it's in my outdoor drawer here. But I'll clean this up, get our little paper towel down in there, and this sink is done as well. We'll be back. All right, I've got the outdoor sink purged and wiped out, and a little piece of paper towel down in the drain to absorb anything that drips over the winter. Next, we will be on to the outdoor shower. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. I'm going to purge the outdoor shower now. I've got it in a bucket. And there's the cold. And here comes the antifreeze, because the antifreeze is very close to right inside this wall here. Comes the hot. And we'll get that where it's all coming out pink. Okay, that should do that. I'm going to remove this hose from here if I can. I may not be able to, so I may have to just empty the line out. Maybe I'll take the head off of it and just empty the line out and put the line in there empty, so nothing will happen to it if it freezes. All right, we'll be back. All right, the last part of our camper to winterize is the outdoor the city water connection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow the pump to pump some antifreeze out through there till it's pink, and I'm going to stay out of the way of it because I've done it before and it squirted me right in the face. So see what we got here, what happens here. Okay, you can see that is clearly pink in there. So I've got that purged. I'm going to close that up for the winter. I'm going to dry it out first and close it up. So we know that was just pure antifreeze coming out. And we will button this thing up and call this video a wrap. And please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about our channel, won't you? And until the next time we see each other, have a great rest of your day, and God bless.